What is up? What is up? What is up? What's going on, people? Back live again. Live on TikTok, live on YouTube. Having a good time talking some NFL football, man. We are going to break down some AFC North and AFC West divisions today, man. What's going on? What is going on? Appreciate y'all joining in, man. Just getting it live today. Man, it's starting to get close. It's starting to get close, man. We can almost taste it. We can almost taste it. Football is getting close. Whether you like college, whether you like pro football, it is almost here, man. It's almost here. I love it. I love it. Man, it's not the best time of the year just yet, but it's right around the corner. It is right around the corner, man. So, again, live here on TikTok, live on YouTube. Anybody that's on one or the other, follow, subscribe. Let's have some fun today, man. Just waiting a few minutes before we start deep diving in this for a few more people to jump in. That's all. Just giving it a minute. But yeah, man, football is almost here. I'm excited. I feel like my Steelers, man, are gonna have something. I do. I know that's fandom talking. I get it, but I feel like the Steelers are close. I feel like they're close, man. But we'll see. Kenny Pickett's got a lot to prove. That offensive line's got even more to prove. But we'll see what happens. We will 100% see what happens. So, all right. We're talking football today, my man. We're not talking basketball. What's going on in Missouri? How you doing, man? So, if you feel like you're lying to yourself, you have no legit QB? You think so? I don't think so. I don't feel like I'm lying to myself. Omaha, Nebraska. What's going on, man? What is going on? So, all right, let's get this going. So, we're breaking down the divisions today, man. Again, live on TikTok, live on YouTube. If you're not following me on TikTok, please follow me. Come on over to YouTube, join in the chat. We got live chat going on over on YouTube. It's Big B Sports Talk on YouTube. Come subscribe. Let's have some fun. So the first division, let's break down. This is an easy one. We're just doing two divisions today. Let's break down the AFC West. Look, the Chiefs are winning the West. Okay? The Chiefs are winning the West. It's just pretty much that simple. The Chiefs are going to win the West. I don't think there's any debate. I think their defense is going to be a lot better. Chris Jones is going to play. People keep talking about him sitting out. That's not happening. He's not giving up $19.5 million. He's going to play. Even if he doesn't get a deal done, he's going to play. He's going to be at every game. I'm not saying he may got to get – I don't even want to put injuries into the universe. I'm just saying on week one, Chris Jones will be there. He'll be there. He's not missing out on that money. So that's number one. So the Chiefs, they got it. Now the Chargers always play the Chiefs tough, man. The Chargers always play them tough. So they're going to be second in the division. I think the Chargers have an outside chance to make the playoffs. I think they'll be good, man. I think the Chargers can win 11 games this year. And if they do, I think they'll be in the playoffs. If they do, I think they will be in the playoffs. Those guys got to stay healthy, but their roster is really good. Really good. So, and then next, the Broncos. Look, I know the Broncos have a good defense, but until they fix their offensive line issues, the Broncos aren't doing anything. I don't care what Sean Payton does. Their offensive line is atrocious. They're not going to win many more games than that, man. It's just not going to happen. And then the Raiders are going to be god awful. The Raiders are going to be pathetic. They're just going to be bad. Bad football is what the Raiders are playing. Jimmy G out there, their line is terrible too. Their defense is terrible. It's bad news in the Raiders. It's so bad with the Raiders that the Raiders they don't want to keep their coach, but they don't even have enough money to get rid of him. They don't have enough money to pay him to leave. That's the state of the Raiders right now, man. It's just a sad franchise right now. So, moving on, we're just, like I said, we're breaking down two. There's not a whole lot to break down in the AFC West. I mean, it's the Chiefs, the Chargers, the other two, the Broncos and Raiders are going to be bad. They're going to be bad football teams. Now, the other one, I happen to believe that it's the toughest division of football is the AFC North. The AFC North. So, what's up, Cadillac man? So we're breaking up the AFC, or breaking down the AFC North. I'll start at the bottom. Let's still go that way. I'll start at the bottom. The Browns, I think, are still going to be the Browns. I know a lot of people like them. They say Deshaun Watson. You got to show me. You got to show me. The Browns are still the Browns. I think they finished fourth. I still think they have a winning record. They'll probably win 9 games because I think everybody in that division is going to split. The Browns may go 2-4 in the division, but I think the Bengals, Ravens, and Steelers go 3-3. So we'll see how that works. I guess that can't happen. Somebody else will have to go 4-2. So, but we'll see what happens with that. But I think the Browns coming fourth. I don't think they're good enough right just yet. Their run defense last year was pathetic. I don't think they fixed it. So I think the Browns got issues, man. So I think they come in fourth. In third, Steelers. I think the Steelers are going to come in third. So, yeah, exactly. Who is that? Deuce. Pickens to Pickett. Here's the thing about that, though. Deontay Johnson is still the best receiver on the Steelers. Okay? The Steelers fixed their offensive line. They fixed it somewhat. I mean, it's not completely fixed. I think we still got an issue at right tackle. But they fixed it, a lot of it. They'll be better. Steelers are going to be better. So, I like it. And I like Pickens. I like George Pickens. But if you take a deep dive into actual route running, Deontay Johnson is miles ahead of him as far as a route runner. Miles ahead. Now, the problem with Johnson, he's got skillet hands a lot of times. So that can be a problem. When you got skillet hands, I mean, that's the issue. But he's a better route runner. If Pickens takes that step forward and we got Pickett throwing to Pickens and Johnson, don't forget about Freiermuth. And I think Allen Robinson is going to have a little say in something before the season's over too. Steelers got weapons. And they'll be able to run the ball better. I like the Steelers coming in third in that division, man. I do. You know the defense is going to be there. As long as it's healthy, the Steelers defense is going to be there. So we'll see. Third. Second in that division. The Bengals. Look, I know everybody's on the Bengals, that they're the best. I just think the Ravens are better than they are. They were definitely better at the end of the year last year. I mean, if the quarterback doesn't fumble, he's literally 2 inches away from scoring a touchdown, and he fumbles, they beat the Bengals. The Ravens defense had figured out how to stop the Bengals offense. So I like the Ravens over the Bengals for this division. I do. And now, it doesn't mean that the Bengals aren't good, because the Bengals are very good. They will win 11 games. I just think the Ravens will win 12. I think Lamar Jackson has a big bounce back year as long as he's healthy. If he stays healthy, I'm telling you, I think the Ravens got something. I think the safeties, that the Bengals losing those safeties is going to be a bigger loss than what people are thinking. Not only did they cover, they were really, really good in the run game too. I mean, DJ Reader is still there. Logan Will. I mean, they still got a good front seven. I mean, clearly the Bengals still have a good front seven, but I just think losing both of those safeties are going to be a bigger issue than what people are bringing to the table. I just think that it is. Von Bell, Jesse Bates, those guys were real good, man. Real good National Football League safeties. So we'll see. So we will see. All right. Let's take a look. Let's look over. Like I said, we're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. If you're over on TikTok, come on over to YouTube, man. Come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk. Join the chat over there. All right. Luke, man, I like the Bears this year. I think the Bears win 8-9 games. I think the Bears are going to be better. They're not going to finish last in that division. That's going to be the Packers. I think the Bears win 8-9 games. I'm still not sold on the Bears defense. I still think the Bears defense can be a problem. The Packers are not going 9-8. There ain't a chance in the world. Sorry. That's crazy. They're not going 9-8. Steelers aren't getting swept by everyone. That's a Browns fan talking. Washington will win the NFC East. No, they won't. So, Moose, I like the Bills. I had the Dolphins winning that division before Jalen got hurt. So, Cameron, you joined the chat over on YouTube. What's up, brother? What's going on? But yeah, man, I like it. I like the Bills. Like I said, I liked the Dolphins before, but I like the Bills. We'll break down their divisions tomorrow. Matter of fact, we can do it today. No, I take that back. We'll do it tomorrow. We'll break it down tomorrow. So we're doing 2 a day. Let's answer some questions. Let's talk. So Cameron in the chat. The Ravens fall because they're washed up. Come on, man. Odell isn't the best receiver over there. The Ravens are not washed, and it doesn't matter if he's washed up, man. I don't think the Ravens are going to the Super Bowl. No, they're not going to the Super Bowl. I think they win the AFC North, though. I do think that. Speedy. Yeah, man, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about the Bengals. They're not going to make it. They're not going to win the division. They're not going to win the division this year, man. Not this year. And I like the Bills. I think the Bills, nobody's talking about the Bills. You know, the big splash is the Jets, and people are talking about the Dolphins. I just think the Bills, man, I think the Bills are quietly going to win that division again. They're going to win it again. And look, until I see the Jets O-line improve, I'm not a believer. I'm not a believer. That O-line is bad. It was bad last year, and it's bad again this year. Let me look. Think the Bills win the Super Bowl, RJ? No way. No way. Hold on, what do we got here? Think the Jets. So Gab3 thinks the Jets, Bills, and Miami, that's how they're going to finish in that division. Obviously, they got the Patriots last. He thinks it's the Jets, Bills, and Miami. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. I think it's the Bills, the Dolphins, and the Jets. Bills, Dolphins, Jets. Bill, now here we go. We got somebody in the chat here. Falcons are going to win the NFC South. We'll break that down, but the Falcons I don't think are going to win it. I still think the Saints. I think it's still the Saints to win, but the Falcons will fight. The Falcons are going to fight. You're right. They're going to fight. All right. The Bills and the Cowboys in the Super Bowl. I'm starting to People are starting to pick up steam on the Cowboys. Now, and it's not just Cowboy fans. Let me explain. It's not just Cowboy fans that are starting to pick up steam on the Cowboys going to the Super Bowl, man. Because usually I don't even pay attention to that because it's just crazy Cowboy fans that say it. It's not just crazy Cowboy fans right now that are saying that, man. It's not. It's not. And a lot of people are starting to pick it up. What's up in Bama, man? Roll Tide. So I don't know. I think Philly's still better than the Cowboys. I do. But the Cowboys are really good. The Cowboys are really good. I just, people got to understand that, man. Let's see. Who else we got here? Mike. Why does everyone think the Cowboys will be good? Their window has closed. How do you figure that the window for the Cowboys is closed? I don't get that. The Cowboys window hasn't closed. What are you talking about? The Cowboys roster is better this year than it was last year. That's not a window closed. Come on, man. Losing more? I mean, you can say that, but I mean, a team, if your window closes because your offensive coordinator leaves, I don't think that's how it works. I don't think that's how it works. Matter of fact, I know that's not how it works. Who else we got? What else we got? Again, anybody on TikTok, man, if you're not following me, give me a follow. If you are, I appreciate all the support. Come on over to YouTube, man, and come subscribe to Big B Sports Talk on YouTube. We got the chat moving. It's hot over here. It's hot in here, too. It's hot everywhere. No continuity with the Jets? I don't know. Here's the thing. The Jets didn't bring in like a whole bunch of new players. They brought in a quarterback. Okay? They didn't bring in like 10 new guys or anything like that. They just brought in a new quarterback. So the continuity is still there. Continuity is still there. I mean, Dalvin Cook, but you don't have to have a whole lot of continuity with a running back. Let's just be honest. As long as he knows the offense, you plug and play. So it's not like having continuity like with offensive linemen having to come and gel together. That's not what a running back is. So let's see. I appreciate the support, Mike, man. I do. I appreciate it, man. We're doing our best. We're trying to grow. We're trying to grow. So let's recap. The Chiefs, we like the Chiefs. The Chargers. Who thinks the Chargers are going to beat the Chiefs? I haven't seen anybody, and I don't mean beat them in a game. I mean win that division. Does anybody think that the Chargers can beat the Chiefs and win that division? Because first of all, I don't believe that. I think the Chiefs are going to be a better football team this year. Their record may not be the same because it's a little tougher, but I think that because their defense is going to be better. So I think the Chiefs are going to be better than what they were last year. But I don't think the Chargers can beat them. I mean, you're right. Anything is possible. So anything is possible. Uh-oh. A1 is talking about, will Lamar win the MVP? I said Lamar's going to challenge for the MVP. I've been saying Mahomes back to back, but I'm taking a step back from that. Here's what I think is that voters get MVP fatigue. They'll want somebody new. They may not vote for Mahomes again. Not to mention, people are going to compare Mahomes what he did last year, and if he doesn't blow that out of the water, they're not giving him the MVP again. You remember Rodgers? Rodgers did. So if he doesn't do that and Lamar does his thing, I like Lamar. If I had to put money down, and I may just do it, I would bet Lamar wins the MVP. Now, that's a big risk because you got to stay healthy. It's got to stay healthy. Got to stay healthy. So We're not going to talk about the Colts today. And when we do talk about the Colts, it's going to be for about 10 seconds because that's all they're worth. Does Josh Allen win the MVP? Now, he could. And this is odd to say this. Josh Allen can win the MVP if he doesn't run the ball as much. If Josh Allen, if they start giving the ball to running backs and let running backs take all those shots versus Josh Allen, he could win the MVP. Because at the end of the year, Josh Allen was beat up. You could see it. You could see it. He was beat up. Hand the ball to running backs. That's why you have him on your roster. Just give him the ball. Give him the ball. Now, and when Josh Allen does run, you got to be smart. You got to stop trying to run over linebackers, man. That's not going to play. Ask Cam Newton how long that lasts. Can't be trying to run over linebackers, man. And don't tell me that Josh Allen is bigger than Cam Newton because he wasn't. And he's not faster. You can't be running over linebackers, man. Just hand the ball to the running back, get down, run out of bounds. Because even Lamar Jackson doesn't do that. He doesn't take those big hits like that. He ain't trying to run through linebackers' chest. So if Josh Allen and they devise a plan to where they hand the ball off more, I'm not saying he can never run. I'm saying he's got to run less and let the running backs make those tough yards. A team everyone isn't talking about is the Pats. It's because I don't think the Pats are going to be any good. I don't think they're going to be any good. I think the Pats are going to suffer from arrogance from their head coach. I don't think Mac Jones. I think the Zappy is a better quarterback than Mac Jones. So I don't, and they don't have a whole lot of weapons. I mean, people are talking, oh, well, Zeke went over there, but they got a better running back already on their roster than Zeke. So I think the Pats are stuck. I think their defense will keep them in a lot of games, though, because their defense is still going to be good. But when you have shaky quarterback play, not a ton of weapons, their offensive line is so-so at best. It's not a good formula to win football games, especially in this NFL. I think the Pats take a step back. Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl his rookie year. Come on, man. You know how many people had to sit out before Mac Jones made the Pro Bowl? Don't be that guy. Don't do that. Look, I'm a fair person, but when you come in talking nonsense, I will talk bad about you. So let's be fair. Let's be honest, and let's do some truth. And don't say that Mac Jones was some Pro Bowler his rookie year just because 9 people sat out and then they appointed him to the Pro Bowl. Stop it. Stop it. And no, he wasn't good his rookie year. He was just better than what he was the years after. Don't tell me how good he was. Lamar Jackson is well, first of all, you shouldn't say less than Kenny Pickett. Lamar Jackson is head and shoulders better than Kenny Pickett. And I'm a diehard Steeler fan. So there you go. Mitchell Trubisky made a Pro Bowl. There you go. You know how many people got to sit out for guys? I mean, they give Pro Bowls out when they were actually playing the game. Now that they don't do that anymore, guys aren't going to sit out. Then the real people that are actually making the Pro Bowl are going to start going. Now that they're not playing real games anymore. Tony Romo was pretty good. I mean, he deserved a couple Pro Bowls. Don't go that route. I think the Steelers can sneak in the last playoff spot, though. So, what else we got? What else we got? Ravens and Bengals in week 2. Where's the game at? Where's the game at? Skull, you're going to like my prediction, Skull, when we do the AFC or the NFC North tomorrow. You're going to like my prediction there. It's in Baltimore? Give me the Ravens. Give me the Ravens. Thoughts on the Bears? The Bears are going to be better. I'm not sold on their defense, but the Bears are going to be better. 12-5 for the Steelers. 12-5 for the Steelers. That's their ceiling. I don't know that they get to 12-5. I think it's more 10-7. Actually, I think 11-6 is probably the Steelers' ceiling. Steelers are not going 6-11. That's a Browns fan talking. The Browns fans have been jealous of Steelers. I got into an argument. Some guy was yelling at me the other day and basically came out and said, I don't know what you Steeler fans are talking about. You're going to be terrible. You're going to be the worst team in the division for the next 2 years. So how do you like that? And he was a Browns fan. And I'm like, bro, you must have waited your entire life to be able to say something like that. That the Browns have a good roster. They got a better quarterback than the Steelers. You've been waiting your entire life to say something like that. And I guarantee you the Steelers will have a better record than the Browns at the end of this season. I mean, if you're a Browns fan, I don't know what you do. And he was all that, and then he got really mad when I told him, look, the Browns are not the Steelers' rival. You're not our rival, okay? We had a quarterback that went in, and after 17 years, I mean, the guy lost twice there. 18 years. He lost twice in your stadium. I mean, come on, man. What are we talking about? It's always something, man. No, the Rams are not going to be good this year. The Rams are going to be terrible. Their offensive line is still terrible, man. Their offensive line is still bad. It's still not any good. Does Baker Mayfield get benched, Moose? I don't think so. I mean, we'll see how the season goes, but I mean, if Trask can't win the job now, he's never going to win the job. So, I mean, you could bench him, I guess, and put him out there, but you'll see. Yeah. Yeah, man. The Steelers are in the same division as the Browns, but it's not a rivalry. The Ravens are a rival. You know, when the Bengals are good, which hadn't been too often, but it has been lately, the Bengals are a bigger rival, but the Browns are not a rival because they never beat us. I get it. Yeah, they beat us, what was it, 3 years ago or 2 years ago in the playoff, or 3 years ago. They beat us. The COVID year. They beat us. I get it. But the Browns are not our rival. Not even by a long shot. What's up, Bubba? What's going on, brother? Hold on. We got a Browns fan. The Browns 1,000% finished better than the Steelers fan. There's another Browns fan been waiting his whole life to think that the Browns are better. Not going to happen. And again, the Steelers used to be good in the 70s. I know they haven't been good since the 70s. Steelers have just been awful since the 70s. But anyway, hey, man, I appreciate y'all joining the live, man. I know we have a lot of fun in here, especially on TikTok. I thank you guys, man. If you came in and you're not following me, go ahead and give me a follow. Come on over to YouTube, Big B Sports Talk, man. We are having a ball in the chat over here. So come subscribe over there. I appreciate all the support, man. We're growing. The Lions 10-7. I don't think so. I don't think they get there. I'm still saying that Minnesota wins that division. I know the Lions played well the last half of the season, but the first half of the season, the Lions were awful. They weren't bad. They weren't mediocre. They were awful. the first half of last year. So they're another one. Show it to me, and they weren't awful. You're saying that the Lions weren't awful the first half of the season? Okay. See, it's that kind of talk. The Lions were a pathetic football team the first half of last year. I'll let you do your own research to go look it up. They were terrible. Terrible. Their defense couldn't stop any of us in the chat room. We could come up with some plays, just pick 11 of us, and we could have scored on the Lions. They were terrible. So, but the second half of the season, they played good. They played good. I'll give them credit. I'll give them credit. They put points up. But the last time I checked football, you played two sides of the ball. So because you put points up, they also gave up a bunch. And they lost those games. Come on, people. Come on, people. We know better. Let's see. I personally think the Browns are a lot better considering that their offense included that. Well, I don't know what that means that their offense included that defense. I mean, your defense is bad. That doesn't mean your offense has to be bad. So, what's going on, man, from TikTok? What's happening? You got $20 says that the Browns finished better than the Steelers. I mean, we can get into that later. And once football starts, Big B Bets will be out there, TikTok and YouTube. Big B Bets will be out there. We'll be winning. We're going to be winning some money together, people. We're going to be winning some money together. Last year, it was up and down, 56%. It's not great. Not great. The problem is college was killing us. NFL, we were kicking butt. We were kicking ass in the NFL. College killed us. My goodness, all those over-unders, just no defense. But we'll get it together this year. We're going to make us some money again. Think Josh Allen is going to look like Marino this year? I don't necessarily disagree. A friendly $5 wager. We'll get into it, man. We'll get into it. Takes on Bryce Young. I think if they don't fix that line and run the ball better, Bryce Young's going to struggle. I think Bryce Young's going to have a problem because that line was bad, man. It was bad. What do we got here? Think Dak is going to have a career high in picks this year? Why? He had a career high last year. Dak is not, that's the misconception about Dak. Dak's not an interception thrower. You know, he doesn't throw a ton of interceptions. He did last year, and he hasn't played well in the playoffs, but Dak doesn't throw 15 interceptions a year. That's not what he does. And look, y'all know me. I am a Cowboy hater to the core, but I'm also honest. So, but we'll see. What does it say? Dak is a black Derek Carr? No, I don't think so, man. I think the Titans are going to be better than what people think. I think the Titans are going to be better than what people think, malicious. I really do. I think their defense is going to keep them in pretty much every single game. And if they can get anything from Basket Case Tannehill, then they'll have a shot. Now, I am not a believer in Basket Case Tannehill. I'm not a believer. But if they can get anything from him, they're going to compete. And if you remember last year, that game at the end of the season against the Jags, they basically gave the game away with a third-string quarterback? So, look, the Titans will be there at the end, I think, in that division. I don't think they're going to challenge for the Super Bowl or anything like that, but I think they'll be there at the end in that division. So, man, that rookie, they're not playing. Levis is behind Willis. Levis ain't playing this year unless it's out of necessity or they are out of it. So, let's see. Yeah, Levis, he's not playing. Like I said, Willis has more talent than Levis. But, we'll see. And I thought Willis was bad last year coming from that Liberty offense, didn't know how to call plays, wasn't used to the speed of the game. So we'll see. He's got a fumbling problem too. You got to stop fumbling the football so much. But anyway, man, I appreciate y'all joining in. Hold on, we got. Okay. I don't know about Tannehill. Tannehill is what he is, man. He is what he is. He's basket case Tannehill. I don't think he's that good. So we'll see. Well, look, I appreciate y'all joining in, man. We'll be back again not every day. I keep saying that. Monday through Friday, 4 o'clock. We're going live, man. I appreciate it. We're live on TikTok. We're live on YouTube. If you're on TikTok and you're not following me, please give me a follow, man. If you're on, jump over to YouTube, come subscribe over to Big B Sports Talk. I appreciate it, man. Thank you guys for joining the live today. We will be back again tomorrow. And like I said, Monday through Friday, tune in, 4 o'clock. That's what we're doing as of right now. We may change the time and start going live in the morning and popping some stuff off in the morning. I will definitely keep you guys informed on any changes. But as of right now, 4 o'clock, we're going TikTok, 4 o'clock live, Monday through Friday. YouTube, 4 o'clock live, Monday through Friday. Come on over, subscribe, like, and follow on TikTok. I appreciate it, man. You guys have a good one.